Well, good morning, private practice success community. Gerda here, and I thought this morning I am so overdue for a live stream on this page. I have not spoken to you live for quite some time. Yes, I was live last week on the Elevate 2020 Facebook page, and if you haven't joined me on there, hop on over, not right now, once I'm done here, hop on over to the Elevate 2020 Facebook page, give it a like and follow the exciting stuff that's happening over there as well. So I have finally arrived at my new home, my temporary home for the next 9 months. We're renting here in Agnes Water until our new home is built. And I can tell you the one thing about Agnes that you need to know about is it is crazy hot in this place. So we arrived on Tuesday, starting to settle in, went to the kids' new school this morning, got school clothes, all of that stuff, and I thought I'm going to speak to you guys and chat to you about a very important topic, and that of course is the topic of our live stream. And the thing is, I've put a statistic right in the title that says 90% of Australian small to medium businesses fail as a result of cash flow, poor cash flow. Like if you fail with your cash flow, your business are gonna fail, right? And yes, I put it there to shock you into listening. But the fact of the matter is, it is true, right? It is true. I did not suck that out of my thumb. It is absolutely true. I will put the reference for you in the comments section if you want to go and read up. But it is absolutely 100% true, and it is extremely scary. You know, you put so much effort into starting a private practice, which is your business, into building it, into, you put your heart, sweat and tears, you put your whole life into building your small business, which is your practice. And for that to fail, yes, there's all these memes out there on social media telling us that it's not a failure, it's learning. We know that. But for me, I think that really applies to when you look at the battles, whereas you want to win the overall war of running and building this business, right? It's okay to fail battles and have those challenges and failures, and most certainly those are learnings. But when you lose the war, when your whole business fails, that's really something that's very hard to bounce back from, right? Because of the implications, not only emotionally and mentally, but also financially, very hard. And unfortunately, if you do not look after your cash flow, you will be the one putting yourself, your business, your team that you employ or contract in, as well as the clients that you look after, you will be putting all of that at risk. And I for one don't want you to do that, and I know that you do not want to do that, right? So it is so important to look at your cash flow. And what I have found, and it's always, 99% of business principles of course apply to us as allied health professionals, and then there's those things that doesn't, and then there's those stuff that we take and we need to adjust it somehow and make it relevant to us. Hey Naomi, welcome, so glad you could join me here. And and one of those things that's a bit different for us, I believe, is the fact that it is very easy for us in our line of work to get away with not having a proper cash flow forecasting system, right? Because a lot of our work is private pay, so there's constant money coming in, there's constant cash coming in, right? If you have a lot of third-party payers, cash flow forecasting becomes next level important for you, right? It's still important, but it's next level. It's like you just cannot not have it if you have a lot of third-party work where you need to wait for your money, i.e. the client doesn't pay you on the day that they attend, right? But the problem is, because if you do a lot of private work or Medicaid work and the client comes in, they pay you, you've got a lot of cash coming in. So you can be tricked into thinking that your cash flow is actually pretty awesome when it is not, right? Which means that there's actually this extra barrier towards actually motivating us as private practice owners to spend the time to do up a cash flow forecast, because I know how busy you are. I know, right? I've been there. I know that it feels like there's never enough time in your day, in your life, to do all the things that you want to do, and not even to talk about do the things that you need to do, right? That you need to do. Hey Michelle, how are you? Long time no see on the live stream. Glad you can join me. And that is why this is so important, but also so easy for us to put off, right? Because money comes in. So I really want to encourage you not to fall into that trap of thinking just because I have regular money coming into my practice that I do not need to do a cash flow forecast. And I will be the first one to put up my hand and to say that is exactly what I was thinking, right? For me, in the early days, before I knew what I knew now, right? If you know my story, you know that I learned through trial and error. And in the early days, for me, cash flow forecasting meant, is there money in the bank? That, people, is not a cash flow forecast. Stop fooling yourself. I fooled myself for quite a long time, right? Is there money in the bank? If there wasn't, then I would go into this panic and I would go, okay, now I need to rob Peter to pay Paul here. How do I get cash in the bank? You know, and sometimes it was even using credit cards. Sometimes it was even, you know, going into the redraw of my mortgage to put cash in the bank. You don't want to get to that point, right? And then you get out of that again and you go, oh, thank goodness, done. Okay, it's sorted. I don't have to do it. But you have to, because it happens over and over again, right? It's interesting that life will give you the same lesson over and over until you stop and listen and adjust. So you can either choose to learn those lessons over and over like I had to, or you can take some advice from somebody that's been through it and start a cash flow forecast. You do not have to make it overcomplicated. It just has to make sense to you, right? And what is a cash flow forecast, by the way? It is where you look at how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, how much money is coming in, how much money is going out, because it allows you to make extremely important business decisions, right? For you, if you know what's going to be happening. And a cash flow forecast is not a set and forget document, right? Like most things in business, it's not set and forget. You do it, you do all the hard work initially to set it up, right? And then you just need to update the figures. And we actually do our cash flow forecast minimum weekly. Of recent, we've actually started to go into it on a daily basis. It's that numbers focus that you need to have, right? Finances. We are a small business. If you were a corporate organization, you would actually have a chief financial officer whose job it would be to look at the numbers on a daily basis, because it's important, right? So we also need to look at it. We might not spend the whole day looking at our numbers, but you want to focus on it. Because I think it's Tony Robbins that said, where attention goes, energy flows, right? And it's about being consistently aware of what money is going in, what money is going out, for various reasons. Because you want to plan big expenses, you want to plan expansions, you want to plan, you know, can I give my VA more hours over the next 2 weeks to work on this important project? You can either guess, or you can either go, oh no, I trust I'm going to have the money. You know, you can do that. I'm all for acting in faith and trust, but I like to have those things backed up by the numbers. I like to know that if I'm going to tell this person, I want you to do an extra 5 hours next week and the week thereafter, then I'm going to have the money to pay them, that I don't have to worry or be concerned about it. Or if I don't have the money to pay them, then I can problem solve this. Then I can make a decision about, okay, so what do I need to do? Can I increase my sales? Can I book an extra 2 clients? or 4 clients, to cover that? Is there maybe another bill that I can then postpone that don't have to be paid next week so I can pay this person? So a lot of important financial decisions need to be made, right, in your business on a day-to-day basis. And let's face it, when you are running around like a chook with no head because you are so busy, and we all know how busy you are, you don't want to risk making those decisions in that state. Okay, you want to be able to go to the sheet, look at it, and make an informed financial decision because you've done the work to set it up beforehand and you have been updating it as you go. All right, it's one of those things that can save you a considerable amount of time and effort in terms of decision making, because let's face it, you probably, if you like me as well, I'm very self-aware, right? I'm not a perfect human being. I'm very self-aware that I often procrastinate on decision making, and the bigger your business grows, right, the faster you need to get at making decisions. You need to have that adaptability and flexibility, and the cash flow forecast helps you to do that, right? And you might be on your way to get the kids from school. It's like, I need to make this decision because I know once I'm home from the school pickup, it's going to be crazy hour. I'm not going to have another opportunity to confirm with this person, that I want them to work. How do I know? How can I make this decision? And again, going back to the numbers makes that an easy yes or no brainer. And if it's no and you don't like the no, then you can go into problem solving, solution focus mode. All right, I'm gonna have to stop for now because I'm actually meant to jump onto a Zoom live stream. Well, not meant to, I am hopping onto a Zoom live stream with my inner circle. But I wanted to let you know that if you know in your heart of hearts that you need a cash flow forecast, if you are convinced, and I hope that you are, then I want to invite you to join me in my cash flow forecasting made easy training that will be happening very soon. Okay, I will put the link in the comments for you to have a read. So basically what's going to happen is I'm going to give you an Excel template exactly similar to the one that I use in my own private practice, the Psych Professionals. I'm going to give it to you and I'm going to talk you through, I'm going to do a recorded training talking you through how that all works, okay? So that you can actually sit, you can print the hard copy, you can have it open on your laptop, and you can listen and watch, because it will be video. You can watch what it is that I'm doing and you can do your own, right? So that's going to be released, I think I said on the 3rd of February. However, you can hop into our exclusive Facebook group the moment you enroll, which means you can start to ask questions. I'm going to go through all those questions. I'm going to answer it in that training. Then 2 weeks later, I'm going to run a live Q&A. So I'm going to give you 2 weeks to actually implement this cash flow forecasting, because no use doing the training if you're not going to implement it right. And then I want you to list down all your questions. I'm going to answer that for you during that session. I do have a date booked in. I don't have it off the top of my head. So I'll pop in the details in the comments section. Sign up, get it done, do it, put on your Chief Financial Officer hat. You need to look at the numbers. And please, a reminder, if you have Elevate 2020 tickets, then this training will be your January free training as part of your Elevation Transformation experience leading up to the Elevate 2020 conference. If you do not know what the hell I'm talking about, hop onto the website at www.elevate2020.com.au and have a read what that is all about. An amazing event coming up on 29 and 30 July. It is the inaugural Private Practice Success Conference for allied health and mental health professionals. And every month I will be releasing a training like this one that you get for free. So people that bought their tickets in October already had October, November, December, 3 months worth of free training, right? So if you sign up now, you'll still have the free training for Jan, and all the training still to come until June. So do not miss this, right? You will actually get so much value. The cost of your ticket, even before you get to conference, you've already gotten back like at least double, minimum double. The cost of your ticket, you would have gotten back at least double, probably quadruple in training value that I am giving away. However, you need to get your ticket ASAP. But if you can't get to Elevate, maybe you're traveling overseas, I can see that as the only reason not coming to Elevate 2020. If you can't get to Elevate 2020 and you need this training, enroll via the link that I'll leave for you. It's on the Guatemala website, and I can't wait to see you in the group and help you get control over your cash flow and ensure that your practice does not become a statistic. So I'm going to love and leave you. Thank you so much for those that joined me live. If you were listening to these on replay, and you've got any comments or questions, pop it in. I always come back and read them and respond if necessary, and I look forward to hearing from you. Until next time, remember, all you need to do is say yes to your very own ultimate level 5 private practice. Bye for now.